All right, let's get right into this. Ever wonder how an artist can build their entire world, their whole identity, around just one single powerful idea? Well, that's what we're digging into today. We're looking at the country rapper Moko Wan and how he pulls off this audacious claim to be the Heisenberg of rap.
So the song just drops this question on you right away. And it's more than just a title, It's a challenge. If you've ever seen Breaking Bad, that name, Heisenberg, it just carries so much weight. It means genius, it means danger. It's about a total transformation into this untouchable kingpin. And Mokan? He's grabbing that persona for himself.
And that's the whole premise, right there. You've got this artist from the country rap world stepping into the shoes of Walter White's alter ego. He's not just kind of referencing the show, no, he's attempting a full-on identity swap, using the gritty world of meth labs as this crazy analogy for making music.
So how does he do it? How does he build this character? Well, before a single beat even drops, Moko Wan just establishes his authority. The whole intro to the song is a direct callback to one of the most legendary scenes in TV history, where Heisenberg just cements his power.
It kicks off with this line, and it's not an introduction, it's a statement of fact. He's not telling you his name, he's telling you that you already know him, that his reputation is already out there. That is pure, uncut confidence, straight out of the Heisenberg playbook.
And there's the command. See? It's an explicit demand. He wants to hear the name spoken out loud, confirming his status. This isn't a polite request, it's an order. He's immediately putting you, the listener, in a position where you have to acknowledge him.
Boom! With that, the persona is locked in. The second the name Heisenberg is spoken, this line just slams the door shut. The identity is set, the power's been established, and now the stage is his. And the song hasn't even really started yet, but we know exactly who's in charge.
Okay, so the persona is there. Now, let's get into the heart of the metaphor, the vocal lab. This is where things get really interesting, because this is where Moko Jan equates making music with the careful, dangerous, scientific process of cooking meth.
He calls himself a vocal alchemist, and that word choice is so key. He's not framing his art as some, random stroke of genius or inspiration. No, it's chemistry. It's about precision, it's about formulas. It's about turning basic ingredients like ad-libs, lyrics, and vocal tracks into something pure, something powerful.
And he lays the whole analogy out for us right here. In his world, serving a batch of product is the same as making tracks from scratch. The famous purity percentage? Well, that's just a measure of his lyrical skill. And the most important piece of the puzzle, Heisenberg's signature blue dope, that gets a whole new meaning.
And there it is, the big reveal, the secret ingredient, the blue that makes his stuff so unique and so much better than everyone else's. It's not a color, it's his sound, it's his harmonized vocals. That's the signature element of his craft that in his eyes, nobody else can even come close to replicating.
So, you've established yourself as the master chemist with the purest product on the market. What's the next move? You take out the competition. And Moko Jan uses that aggressive, no half measures attitude of Heisenberg to just literally tear his rivals apart.
I mean, the contrast he paints is just brutal. He describes his own style as complex, factual, so far beyond everyone else that it's incompatible. And his competition? He dismisses them as being childish and simple, just kids on a seesaw going back and forth with absolutely no substance.
And oh, he does not hold back. He's got a hit list, he goes after other rappers, calls them ignorant, he completely writes off critics, he even uses this wild imagery like a beaver versus a mechanical robot just to show how ridiculously outmatched his opponents are. It's the natural world versus something superiorly engineered.
And it all builds to this one line. It's just a raw, unfiltered flex. He's not even saying it's his ego talking. He's framing it as common sense, like it's just an obvious fact. Coming from Heisenberg, there's no room for debate. It's just his final, cutting judgment.
So, when you put all these pieces together, you start to see that this isn't just a bunch of clever references. Mokan Khan has actually built a complete formula for artistic dominance, all through the lens of this one character.
And this number, this is the end goal, 100% purity. It's not just a boast, it's the entire point of his formula. It represents a product so perfect, so potent, that no one else can touch it. Lyrical perfection.
So here it is, the Heisenberg formula broken down into 3 steps. First, you assert your identity. You force everyone to know who you are. Second, you treat your craft like a hard science, so you can create a superior product. And third, you use that superior product to crush any and all competition with zero mercy.
So what Mokan has really built here is so much more than a song. The Heisenberg metaphor, it's a complete system. It dictates his attitude, it defines how he creates, it justifies his aggression, and it brands his music. It's a masterclass in using one single story to define absolutely everything.
And really, that just leaves us with this one last thing to think about. When an artist creates a narrative this strong, this all-encompassing, does the story behind the art become even more powerful than the art itself? It makes you wonder what really makes music stick with us. Is it the sound we hear, or is it the world the artist builds around it?